up, everybody? Thank you so much again for tuning in today's video. Today we're going to do some more shop work. Not a whole lot's changed since we last worked in here. We hung up these 2x4s and put some insulation in, but we haven't got around to do anything else till now. Hopefully today we can get this whole wall done and ready to put tin on, because we bought some tin for the wall, and we're hoping that we can eventually down the line do this whole south side of the machine shed and then do a part of the west side, and then we'll probably have to go buy more steel. But that's the plan for today. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, back about a few months ago I made a video renovating our dream shop, but right now, as you can see, it's more of a nightmare than a dream shop, but we're getting there. And our whole goal and dream with this is to get all this junk out, finish the walls, finish the floors, get them all concreted, make a really nice shop out of this. And also, there's crap scattered out all around our farm, tools, everything is just scattered out and it's not in one place. And that really annoys my dad and I. So we'd like to get a place finished, look really nice, and have all our stuff there. That way we always know where everything's at.
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut blocks like we got here, because we got to finish this out, so we've got something to cap off this end. So we're gonna cut blocks that go between, get that done as high as we have got girt boards on, and then we're gonna finish our boards all the way to the top, get all our insulation in, get our filler boards in, and then plastic, put vapor barrier over the whole thing, and then trim on the bottom for our steel to sit on, and then we'll be ready for steel. One problem that we have with doing this is all of our electrical, when we did this building wasn't insulated, so it's all just surface mount stapled to the posts and the 2x. Well, now we're closing this wall in, so all this wire is going to be behind the steel. So when we get it all prepped and ready for steel, what we'll have to do is we'll go back to the junction box where this wire comes from, and we'll just put a temporary switch back there, because when we're done, this wall and this wall, we'll run new outlets and light switches, and we'll surface mount them in conduit, and we'll just cut off the old stuff and leave it dead in the wall, and it won't bother anything. The other thing you might notice is there's a gap between these blocks and this post, and that's because the old posts that were in here, they were a 3-ply 2x8, I think, and the center 2x8 stuck out a little bit, and that holds this out. But all these blocks are for is to give us something to nail our trim. There'll be a piece of trim that our steel slides into, and when we pour this and redo this doorway, we'll take the hardware off and we'll wrap this with steel so you won't see it. White steel is kind of like white paint. It covers up a multitude of sins, and everything that's behind it, you never know how messed up it is, so you feel good.
Oh, there you go.
I got her.
That's pro right there.
122.
Duke's just doing his part here, just making a big old mess. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that, bud?
A little fun fact about Duke here. This collar we got on right here, this is his activity collar. We have an app hooked up to this collar. And for German Shepherds, he is in the top 1%.
Something like that.
He's in like the top 1% of German Shepherds in the US as far as activity level. This dog, he runs around everywhere just like any farm dog does, but everyone who comes over here always says he's too skinny. But the reason he's so skinny is because he runs all the time. So we run into a little bit of a problem. We have to move this scaffolding to the right. There's something in the way. This baby right here, Polaris four-wheeler that doesn't have a key for it because I lost the key. I never called Polaris to get another one. So what we're gonna have to do is put this baby in neutral, push it, and also it might have flat tire or 2 or 3 or 4. So we're gonna have to probably pump up some tires and then push it.
We got all our boards on. We've got to cut one board for where the power wire comes around. We got a notch or something because I don't want to kill that yet. And then we got to sheet this all with plastic vapor barrier, and then we'll put a channel across here because when we're done, there'll be another channel that our ceiling steel comes across and fits into. So we'll have to hold our top channel for our steel down enough to make room for that, and then a channel at the bottom, and then we'll start hanging steel. We got to scrounge up some more. We got to scrounge up a little more insulation because this pink stuff is R13, so that's only 4 inches thick. When we did this wall, this is a 2x4 wall that separates the old shop from the rest of the machine shed. So we put 4-inch insulation in that. This is 8-inch stuff, and that's what we want to put in the walls. So fireball has got to roll, so we're going to cut it and fill it all the way to the top. Here we are, we're back another day working in the shop, and you'll see we've made some progress. And I thought I'd done a really great thing. I came over here and Sawyer was choring. I set up my phone on time lapse and I put some plastic up and I finished that side, and we're gonna finish insulating this. I'm just gonna pop the staples loose and then we'll insulate this at the top, and then I'll re-staple it, and then we're good, ready to put our trim on and start doing steel. But anyway, I shot that video on my phone, and I'm old, so my tech level is not very good, and my phone doesn't look very well on YouTube. So we're gonna continue what we were doing, what I did over there. We're gonna cut, I think, 3 or 4 runs of insulation. We'll get that up on the scaffolding, and then we'll fill this to the top, put our plastic back up, and then we'll be ready to start trimming out for steel.
All right, so we got all our insulation on both sides put in and the plastic over top nailed to the nailers. Now it's time to put on the trim on the bottom and on the top. So we have a little bit of a dilemma. Our pallet where our steel's at is over here, and we have a few things in our way, tractors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back this four-wheeler out. Well, I can't back it out, I'm gonna have to push it out. I'm also gonna back this little tractor up here. That way we can grab the pallet, put it over there on the concrete. Shout out to Iowa Steel Masters for this steel we got. They're really great. They have really great customer service. They offer a great product and they delivered it right to our door. So if you guys are in the Iowa area and you want some steel for whatever you're doing, give them a call because they're good people. All right, so now all the trim is on. It's finally time to put some steel on. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is going to turn out to look like. This is the first step to getting this thing looking the way we want it. All right, so we got all of the steel hung up besides one place where we have to cut and measure, but we really didn't want to do that tonight. But this is the result of it. Looks pretty nice, I think. We did a pretty good job at it for, you know, not being complete experts. But what are your thoughts, Dad?
We could have finished tonight, but we're having homemade pizza, and I'd rather go eat homemade pizza than try to cut 12 inches off the end of this piece of steel, because I hate doing it. I'll end up cutting my finger and then I'll end up saying a bunch of stuff that we can't put on YouTube. So we're just gonna quit for tonight and do this maybe tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and so tomorrow afternoon we might do it. Looks a lot better, and we're gonna organize. So I think this wall is gonna be like all our shovels, rakes, spades, tile probe, stuff we hang up. And then this wall, when we get it done, we got to finish the top. We're going to build a loft along here and probably put our air compressor up there. But the next thing we got to decide is what we're going to do for bench. And I haven't decided what we're going to do yet for workbench, tool bench, whatever. So that would be a good thing. Everybody, I don't know, cast your vote. Tell us what works and what doesn't. I've seen some. I haven't looked a whole lot, but we're gonna have to decide. So if you got an opinion, leave it in the comments.
You heard the man. We want the best bang for our buck. So if you guys know the best tool benches out there, drop them down below because we want the best. I know I did a ton of time lapses in this one, but guys, when you're doing shop work, you got to kind of be hands-on, and you can't really have the camera with you all the time. I know I didn't get a ton of cinematics, but that's just what's going to happen when I'm doing shop work. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So that's pretty much it for this shop video, guys. If you guys like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Really helps me out, pushes my content further for more farmers and people like you to see it. If you guys like what this farm's about, what I'm about, feel free to subscribe and never miss a video, and hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I post a video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.